In this tutorial, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to customize something like this backpack with Direct-to-Film. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want more heat transfer content directly in your feed, you can subscribe to our channel as well. Okay, so a big key here is going to be measuring. So you're going to want to measure your imprint area on your backpack, not only this area right here where you're going to be printing on the front, but we're also going to print on the back of our product. Now I definitely got a lot more space here than I do on the front. You can choose to fill it up however you like, or in this case, I kept it about the same as I did on the front. Now, for those of you parents out there, you don't really want to put your kid's name on the outside of their backpack. Of course, stranger danger, we all know that. And then you notice I didn't even put a name here, but I did put the contact information. Now, putting it on the back here means that when the child is actually wearing the backpack, that's not really going to be visible to any strangers or any weirdos out there. But if the backpack is lost, it's easily seen and they can easily get your kids back home. Now for the front graphic, I'm going to be printing this with my trusty Prestige A4 Direct-to-Film printer by DTF Station. Now we use a program called DigiRip to process our graphics. It's a RIP software, and RIP stands for Raster Image Processor. So it's going to process our graphic, and basically what it does is it translates the colors into a language that your printer understands. I'm going to import my graphic, size it as necessary, and send it off to print. Now when the graphic is done printing, we're going to go ahead and trim it off, and now it's time to apply the powder adhesive, which of course I like to use my film as a little scoop. Scoop up some powder, make sure the powder completely coats all of the wet ink, and then I shake it off to make sure there's no excess powder clinging to any unprinted parts of the film. Next, we're going to bring this transfer over to our DTF curing oven. Now this oven does three things. First, it's going to melt the powder adhesive, it's going to dry up our ink, and it's going to bond these two things together permanently. So the process here, we're going to go ahead and turn on our air purifier first, then lay the transfer face up on the bottom plate, close the oven, and start the timer. Once the timer is finished, we're going to go in reverse, we're going to open it up, remove the transfer, and then the last thing we do is turn off the air purifier. You want to keep that purifier running for safety. All right, and now that my transfer is out of the curing oven, it's ready to heat press. And to do that, I'm going to use my True Spec heat press. Now, this heat press is really awesome, has so many great features. Be sure to check out the video on that. One of my favorite features is going to be the triple threat lower platen. It's splittable, it's a slide out, but it has interchangeable platens. These are the fast fit platens, and so today I'm going to swap out the stock 16 by 20 inch platen and then put in my 6 by 10 inch fast fit interchangeable lower platen. And as you can see, I can easily fit my backpack over this area. Now, if I had the larger platen, it would be much harder to open up the bag and kind of, split it onto the lower platen. But with the 6 by 10, as you can see, it fits perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-press this for a few seconds. I'm gonna position my transfer, press that for 15 seconds at 315 degrees. And this is a hot peel. So as soon as it's done, I'm going to rip that right off. And the front is done. It's gorgeous. Let's move on over to the back. Simply going to pull off my backpack, flip it around, put it back on, get it positioned and pre-pressed. Now it's time to get the transfer on there. And we're just going to repeat our same steps. We're going to press it 15 seconds, 315 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's done, again, hitting it with that hot peel, and that looks gorgeous. And as you can see, both sides came out fantastic. And this was done so fast, so easy with direct-to-film printing, thanks to my DTF Station Prestige A4. Thanks to direct-to-film printing, we were able to take this backpack from bland to totally out of this world. You can find all of these products at heatpressnation.com alongside our huge selection of heat transfer equipment and supplies.